Being busy is the new normal in today's society. We all have a ton of unfinished tasks, and anytime anything new arises, we scramble to fit it into our already packed calendars. We think we could do more if we only worked longer and harder. However, being busy does not always indicate that we are working on significant tasks. In reality, the majority of the things we do are small and unimportant. Essentialism is the antidote to this overpowering notion. Essentialism focuses on doing the proper things in order to achieve your goals rather than trying to do more. The skill of distinguishing between internal speech and outside noise is essentialism. It is not a tactical list for managing tasks and time. It goes beyond that. It's a way of thinking and living. Unfortunately, in our society, taking on more and more is seen positively since it will supposedly lead to greater success. That is not the situation. First, we must realize that when we accept any opportunity, we unknowingly reject a number of other opportunities as well. For instance, if a colleague asks me to go out with him for a few drinks and I say yes, I'm actually rejecting a dozen other opportunities to spend my time on things like starting my own business, working out at the gym, or reading a book. Likewise, if I decline a friend's request, I'm accepting other opportunities. To avoid taking our time away from the things that are genuinely essential, we should quit saying yes to everything and everyone and instead learn to say no to requests. Saying no to a request may be challenging, you may feel bad about it or don't want to disappoint someone out of concern for the connection. How many times, however, do you wish you had said no when you really wanted to say yes? Saying no may be painful in the moment, but it's preferable to agreeing and then regretting it later. There are numerous occasions when you wish you had declined requests, but you didn't because you wanted to please the other person. As a result, you came to hate that person because you felt they wasted your time and effort, even though you should have known better and said no in the first place. Of course, you shouldn't turn down every request, but the idea is to refuse the things that are not necessary so that we may accept the things that are important to us. Work more and harder. We attempt to complete everything since we realize there is a lot we need to accomplish. We need to comprehend how we got here before we can change the way we act. Because our culture is driven by the need for more, we often take on new responsibilities. Social media, smartphones, and consumerism have formed an unholy trinity that we must contend with. Although not entirely negative, some factors that have come together are having an unanticipated effect on all of us. The heedless desire for more has eaten our whole culture. The only solution to this issue is a mental shift toward prioritizing just the most necessary tasks, which must be implemented immediately. Please understand that although working hard is vital, working hard on the wrong things is a waste of time and energy and should be avoided. For this reason, what you don't do is just as important as what you do. Work on the correct things, not more effort, to obtain better outcomes. Everything is not essential. Life is not a collection of almost identical activities. This is where the scam is taking place. Being busy has the drawback of making everything seem to be of about equal significance. We don't live in a world like that. Life is not an unlimited buffet. It's incredibly good cuisine. The key to essentialism is choosing the appropriate meal. More and more of it has no worth. A more meaningful, richer, and sweeter quality of life is the outcome of being true to my mission and being discriminating in what I take on. But in the end, what counts the most? Keep these 9 ideas in mind and repeat them to yourself throughout the day. Be absorbed by your purpose, reduce yourself to nothing, we just have enough time each day to do our vital tasks. Practice saying no and learning to accept it, cherish it as well. Be specific. The planning fallacy, remember that there is solid evidence to support why you should do less. Adopt the "would I treasure this if I only had a week to live" mantra. Use a rating system to determine the effectiveness and genuine worth. Calculate a score out of 10 for each item. Give yourself room for the 8 to 10s. Anything lower, please. Think more deeply and act less frequently. Increase value to get genuine outcomes. Be careful not to mistake pressure for malice. Don't confuse effort with results. Newness may not necessarily be news. Do you really need to pay attention to everything that appears? Focus on making your main contributions and getting outcomes. When making conscious trade-offs and saying no to things that don't matter, essentialists take the time to repeatedly determine whether possibilities are worthwhile before making sure that they never forfeit what is vital to them. The truth is that you just don't have enough time or energy to spend on unimportant things, and if you don't put your own needs first, someone else will. Adopting an essentialist mindset might prevent you from achieving your goals. You could receive a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but the things you really desire and need most will be in jeopardy. It is up to you to be aware of and follow your actual desires. Greg emphasizes how there is just not enough time. There isn't any space for error, we only have enough to fulfill our life's fundamental goals. What are yours? What are you doing here? By putting you in genuine control and offering you richer, sweeter outcomes, essentialism will help you pursue your goals with more accuracy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more useful and fascinating topics.